Hey, this is Danielle, and I'm here with Henry in the studio today because we are working on our awesome foundation content for our video series. If you guys haven't checked it out, it is now up in your options dashboard. You're going to find a little button that says foundation. Make sure you check it out. We would love to see your feedback going forward. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about an awesome trade idea that we have, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what we've been looking at is the weekly squeeze in PayPal.
I think you have to like PayPal for several different reasons. And I always like to start the trade idea just technically because that's, I think, a sound foundation. I always feel so fortunate to have discovered the squeeze early on in my career. But if you look back at the squeeze that happened, the weekly squeeze prior in PayPal, it gave excellent results. And I feel like the kind of chop we've been going through here lately is the perfect consolidation to take PayPal eventually up into 92, 96, I think is that next extension. And then right after that, you'll have the psychological value of 100. So I think there's a lot of reasons you buy PayPal.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. And I've been waiting for a pullback in it so that I could start selling some credit spreads just kind of on a weekly basis for income as the weekly squeeze fires, and you could just kind of trade that higher. What are you thinking to do with the PayPal?
Well, anymore, I almost like the idea of just instead of buying the shares and tying up all that buying power, going out something like 60 days and working like a Delta 60 call. Because then if you can get that to come through, get that Delta to go a little deeper in the money, that'll be an excellent way to go about it. And then another thing I love is giving yourself some room to work. So don't put your entire amount of risk in this one idea, but have your long-term call for the big picture and then have an extra, whatever that is for you, like a third of your position that when it does pull back or it has that big day, instead of being shaken out, you can actually sell some puts to, help out your Greeks. And I think that's a good way to manage it into the end of the year.
Oh, yeah. Awesome idea. I love it. Especially since PayPal, Venmo's part of PayPal. Venmo's getting so popular.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, where I feel like as I was growing up, if you were like PayPal, to me, not everybody had it, but now Venmo, they've done it in a way that the mobile is more accessible.
Yes, absolutely.
And, everybody I know uses it for all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, Venmo is just an awesome way to transfer money to people. I mean, especially one thing that I like it for is when someone owes me money, I can just send them a send them a Venmo and hey, don't forget.
Yeah.
But Venmo makes it super easy because it's just a normal feature of the app. You can send them a request for money, and that I love Venmo.
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like they've pulled off what Apple Pay and these others are trying to do.
Yes,
but they've done it in a successful way. So that's where I'm going to be putting my cash, at least part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I'm definitely looking to trade that PayPal weekly squeeze. Also, of course, we're going to have the next earnings quarter coming up, so that could be really good confluence there. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then the second idea that we were talking about was Boeing with the weekly squeeze. So Boeing actually had a nice pullback today to the 21 EMA on the daily, which is pristine. And I mean, that's what I was looking for an entry in Boeing for the weekly squeeze. So.
Oh, absolutely. It can be so easy to get kind of tired of tickers or be like, well, Boeing isn't performing and forget about it. But if you can remember the big picture signal, know that the pullback into the 21 is generally an opportune time to at least consider it. I think it'll be worth watching into next week for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not really looking to get into anything tomorrow unless it's absolutely amazing. But starting next week, can look at selling some credit spreads in Boeing 3 weeks out maybe for that weekly squeeze.
Yeah, the July expiration's next.
Yeah, so. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the free video, and cheers.
Cheers.